Last time on Wanderlust.
Oh, hey there, how's it going?
Let's discuss why you snuck in and what all of you are doing here.
It seems like you might have a problem with mycelial folks here, and that's something we want to avoid for everyone, and we take that very seriously.
I don't know that we have a problem with mycelial people here. I don't particularly know what you mean by that. I am now at an impasse as to what to do with you. Execution seems pretty harsh and might upset your people, but then again, people go lost in the wilds all the time.
Well, from what I understand, you all have had an issue with your food production. We could take a look at what you've got going on and see if we can help you become more self-sufficient. I feel like that's a pretty good thing to keep us around for, especially if, feels like towns kind of keep moving around. We might not be close to you guys anymore at some point.
I came at it from the side of, if we solve his food problem in perpetuity, he doesn't need us anymore, and he'll make sure we're not here anymore.
Hey, you rolled a 0!
This is boring, but I do really want to figure out, synthesize something that's going to be effective. Because once we escape, we're going to need to have that.
Hundreds? Mm-hmm. Maybe a couple hundred people. It is now down below 50.
Oh, damn.
The cataclysmic events that have happened to both of you, this has been mass depopulation, particularly around the time Maul was there. Not because of Maul. Pretty suddenly, you get one that when you give it to a rat, seemingly kills all of the fungus on that rat and leaves the rat alive. Lance hesitates again. I told you that there was a person here who was already infected, correct? The only person really left that I have to care about in this place is currently rather taken with the idea that working for this fungus is a good and right thing to do. He drops a key on the table and goes, "That'll open the door." We will pick up right where we left off. Lance has left you alone in his lab with some, helmets that you could use that he uses for his scarecrows to cover your faces if you want to hide your identities from the potential hive mind of mushroom things. Tira is in the, locked other room. He left you the key and basically was I don't want any part of dealing with her. And that is where we are starting. What all you guys about? What are you doing?
Well, I guess we're putting the masks on and getting kitted up in a way that, feels safe going into a place where someone is infected. We don't want to bring any of the potential,
Juliet is firmly against that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at my notes and specifically, I wrote down vinegar. I don't know if it was only vinegar or if it was a mixture, because my only thought is if it was just vinegar, then that wouldn't hurt a person, outside of
we had brought along a vinegar mixture, a hydrogen peroxide mixture, and a baking soda mixture, I believe, and those were net effective on the rats that we tried out in the field with Lance, I want to say.
Yeah, if it's mixtures, then no. If it was just pure vinegar, I'd be put it in the back pocket.
I think it was basically pure vinegar. It was mixed with water, I think, if anything.
Okay, then if it's a vinegar mixed with nothing that would be specifically harmful to humanoid people, then I think Estelle at least will put a spray bottle of it in her back pocket.
Yeah, we have the stuff that we originally brought from Smoky Banks. Juliet synthesized something unique at Lance's settlement, Echo.
Yeah.
But that has only been tested on rats so far.
Yeah, again, this is like, I just putting it in the back pocket as like this is like a last ditch, we're being attacked.
Yeah, she tries to like,
Sure.
she tries to shove a mushroom down your throat kind of idea, not we lead with this.
Exactly. And especially if it's, like I said, a more, there's nothing, we didn't put acid in it, is my point. It's so, yes.
Right,
okay.
yeah.
I'll make sure I have that just in case. Specifically the one that, worked last time. I think we go in.
I have my spear with me in case we need it.
Is there a camera on this room?
I didn't establish one. I will say if you want there to be one, there can be. Is there a reason you would like one?
I was just kind of curious if it was something like we could replay back.
Oh, I'll say yes.
I can't imagine Lance putting her in a room where he could not observe her from afar.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable for there to be one there. I just, that totally makes sense. It just wasn't something I had thought of.
Yeah.
Well, because this is all Lance's area.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that would, I agree with you. I think it would make sense that he would have some kind of way to keep an eye on her, specifically that room, maybe not in the rest of it, but like her area.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys just opening the door and going in?
Yeah, we've all got our masks.
Yep.
I don't see
Juliet.
any reason to wait, you know?
Guffey is not coming in.
Guffey's not coming in.
Juliet has a notebook and apprehension.
So the door, creaks open as y'all push it and peek your way in to just a horror movie set. There's overturned boxes on the ground. This is like clearly a storage room that was converted. The lights knocked out. There's like stains on the floor. And at first, it seems entirely empty. And then like way in the back corner, you see eyes reflecting light as they open, staring at you. And a body beginning to stand up from the bed. You hear a voice speak from that dark form. It was unwise of you to come in here alone.
There's 4 of us?
Oh, and that will not be enough. And then suddenly a woman rushes towards you guys and stops just short of running into you. Now in full light, you can see that she is changed, but not necessarily in a horror movie kind of way. She's not a Cronenberg. If you've seen The Fly, she's not The Fly monster. Her skin is clearly like a kind of mottled different color, and you can see like some amount of like patches of fungal growth, and you can see some markings on her skin from it. But it also doesn't seem like inflamed and irritated. It seems like kind of it's become a part of her, less like it's twisted her into a horrible monster. She's not all like distended or anything. And once she gets right up close, she stops and goes, "Sorry, that was maybe a bad joke. Hi, I'm Tira. I've been here a while. Sorry, it's bad joke."
Was that the mushrooms talking through you?
She kind of like stops. The joke? That was me. That was all me.
Oh, okay. So they don't talk to you ever?
Talk to... No, not exactly. So you've talked to Lance about this, I assume?
Briefly.
He's a little cagey, if you haven't noticed.
It's a failing that we've talked about. So, first of all, none of you want to eat a mushroom, do you? Because, I do have... If you want to eat a mushroom, that will make the conversation easier.
Let's say no for right now, but,
Let's say no for right now. I get it. No, so the mushrooms don't talk to me. I don't think they're like a consciousness themselves. I think it just is kind of like picking a team and a goal. And I just picked a different one from Lance.
And what is your new goal?
To
win one for the home team.
kind of to eradicate all of this nonsense. I'll level with you. I was listening at the door, so I kind of picked up on some of it, and Lance had talked to me about all of you, so I like sort of know. But
what did he say about us?
You know, like I want to make a good impression, and that's like him saying stuff, not me saying stuff. So you know what I mean? Like I don't need to be the messenger. Anyways, so look, this place is awful. We can all agree on that, right?
By this place, you mean Echo?
No, Echo's by far the best part of this place. I mean, like, the place that we all got dumped into where there's a forest that tries to kill you forever sucks here, right?
The Wilds?
Yes, sure, yes.
Okay.
So given the choice between the Wilds, where they're ever-changing and constantly trying to devour themselves, and a somewhat homogeneous mushroom ecosystem that seems to, I don't know, be somewhat self-sustainable enough, I picked that one. And I think everyone would be better off to do so. I have no interest in defending whatever this weird forest is. I don't care to try to... What's the right way to put it? I'm not going to fool myself into thinking that things are going to get better if we just, like, learn to adapt with the forest. It's going to be awful forever. And I don't think we're getting out of here, so picked the other option. Team Mushroom. Let's wipe this all out, start again with mushrooms, maybe that'll be better.
Seems like a lot to risk on a maybe? Like, what if it's worse?
Oh, it could be, but I mean, how much worse could it possibly be? Not much. I know for sure not much. It's weird to have your partner suddenly summoning creepy forest scarecrows, but I guess I just have to accept that. But the minute I want to join some kind of mushroom goal in consciousness, I get locked in a broom closet. So I'm a little bitter about getting locked in the broom closet, is what I mean.
I mean, I get it. It's a small broom closet.
It is not a great it's not a great broom closet as far as broom closets go.
He could have at least locked you up in a different build. You have so many spare buildings.
I'm, like, totally cool with him not parading me, or I am not totally confident that our commander wouldn't have ordered me executed, so I'm fine to be in here, kind of, but...
Does your commander know?
He knows what Lance has told him, so I imagine Lance is being cagey. Our commander, look, he's still thinks that we're gonna, like, succeed at our mission of making a colony on this planet and using its, like, resources and natural, like, it's whatever, this whole, like, adaptation in the forest thing. He thinks we can, like, weaponize that for our people. He is, like, not grasped that we are lost and can't get back, so...
This might be a deep question that you might not know about him, but does he actually believe that, or is that the only thing he, like, can believe because he's freaking out about, being lost in a strange alien world and doesn't want to...
I think at some point when you're in charge, it doesn't matter.
That's fair. I was more wondering if we could convince him,
You can try, maybe you can. I will say, I wouldn't, but that's me, and I'm locked in a broom closet, and want the world to turn into mushrooms, so, grain of salt and all that.
Are you hoping Lance joins you?
I'm thinking it's gonna become inevitable. I'm just hoping he doesn't hurt himself or others in an attempt to not join me. I mean, the same kind of goes for all of you.
Despite what you've heard of us?
Yeah, despite what I've heard about you. Look, okay, I know who Lance is. I'm not dumb,
When you say partner, by the way, do you mean, like, science partner or romantic partner?
I meant partner.
That's not what
Right now, partner. Partner. We're gonna leave it. I'm in a broom closet, so we're gonna go with partner.
Okay, what were you before being in the broom closet, though?
Partners that weren't in a broom closet.
Are you the type of people who are like, we don't want to put a label on it?
It's like the end of the world, so I guess I don't know.
You gotta find your joy where you can. Like, I get it. I just think,
I was finding my joy where I could, and then I got locked in a broom closet. So, do you want to let me out?
We are trapped in a way not dissimilar to you, so us letting you out just makes our lives worse.
Oh, so he's not letting you leave?
Yeah.
Your commander, to be clear.
Yeah. Well,
So if you have advice on that,
yeah, I could help you escape.
the trade-off here is you coming with us, I imagine, right?
Well, it's me escaping. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to go with you, but yes, it would be me escaping.
See, that worries me for the fact that you're like Team Mushroom. No offense.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not team all of us dying. I don't want all of us to die. Are you team this forest is a nice place to live? You guys had a lot of great experiences in the creepy, unworlded forest?
Swear I've met some of my closest friends, so a little bit, yeah.
No, look, I like Lance. I like Lance. He's not in the... You know what I mean? Yeah, I get that you can have a bad circumstance and make friends. I'm saying, have you had any good experiences because of living here, not because of the people that you get to live with?
Have you had good experiences because of the mushrooms?
No, I got locked in a closet, but again, I think that's more a hell of our own making, not because of the... So far, eating the mushroom has basically allowed me to have a... Hive mind is not the right word, somewhat of a networked understanding and a common goal.
Can you explain that networked understanding a little bit more?
Yeah, I can kind of tell what's going on with the mushrooms, where they are generally, and what our general goal is. I know what places would be good to facilitate mushroom growth.
Is that the goal then? Is that the...
To facilitate mushroom growth? Yeah. You kind of look at it as an ecosystem, you know, like this... mycelial network itself is its own organism that can sustain itself, hopefully, and hopefully be an alternative.
The hopefully is the worrisome part.
Yeah, I mean, nothing in nature is definite. Things go extinct all the time. It's not great, but it happens. I can't guarantee this thing's going to last forever, but neither is anything you see out your window.
It just seems unsustainable, having it all taken over by a single thing. It's going to burn itself out. It seems a bit short-sighted to side with it.
Yeah.
Why can't it, like, coexist with the forest?
You see her eyes kind of, like, dim a little bit in a way. Like, I'm trying to think of her expression gets less sharp. Like, there's an influence here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the goal. And I understand what you're trying to get across here, that, oh, like, maybe these two things can live together and balance themselves, and that's a nice idea. It's also not always what happens when two new organisms meet each other. They don't always find balance. Sometimes one of them loses completely. Even in nature, without us influencing it, sometimes things just lose.
Well, even if something loses completely, then the original species also loses. You know, if you look at, let's say a predator hunts all of its prey, the predator's gonna suffer because the prey is all gone.
Well, no, I think what you gotta look at this is, let's say there's like a wolf and a bunch of rabbits. And the wolf eats the rabbits, you know, life cycle, whatever. And then like a bobcat shows up and kills all the wolves, and then starts eating the rabbits. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, I think I'm picking the evolutionary win, and I would like all of us to do that sooner rather than later.
But the goal is not sustainability there, the way it is with the bobcat. If the bobcat runs out of rabbits, then it kind of causes its own end. It sounds like that's what the mushrooms are doing.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, they could, but...
You have a networked hive mind, I would hope you know.
Okay, again, there's not like a smarter thing than me at the helm. These are mushrooms that grow.
Okay, so knowing that there's a vacuum in place of a long-term strategy, doesn't that concern you?
I think nature can find a way, even if it's with these creepy mushrooms rather than the trees.
Did you have this opinion before you ate the mushroom?
Oh, yeah, I get the point there. I know, I do. I'm not, I shouldn't be mean about it. It's just I had this conversation with Lance then here. No, but I also had less understanding of the current situation, and we didn't exactly know what the mushrooms were when I ate one. Sometimes I'm a little bit leap before you look scientifically, which I think might be part of why I ended up out here.
No, I get it. It's really good for a lot of things, even if people say it's not. I get you.
I agree. Do you want a mushroom?
I think my girlfriend would kill me if I ate a mushroom.
Yeah, but she could also have a mushroom then.
I think the only thing worse in her mind than the forest is the mushrooms.
She seems negative.
Can I ask what your current attachment and knowledge and all of that is currently telling you to do in terms of facilitating that common goal?
Sure, it's sort of, like, let's say, trying to think of a good analogy to make. Maybe, let's say, you're managing a company, right? And there's, you could do any of the 100 jobs in the company, right? But ultimately, what you want is for all of those little jobs to be successful. And sometimes you have to go to each individual one and help it, or sometimes you try to take a broader view. So part of me has an impulse to do things like change soil pH to make it more accommodating to mushrooms. And I can kind of tell when the soil's not good for mushrooms, or if there's not enough decaying plant matter to feed the mushrooms, and where I might find it, and what things would make good mushroom food. This is gonna sound creepy, but I know what parts of a human body would be good for sustaining mushrooms. That's not the goal. It's just a thing that I know. But I also know on a larger level, it would be better for us to get on the same page about a change to the ecosystem and making it less hostile to us being alive. So I'm trying to do that instead, even though I kind of have those other impulses as well.
See, my concern is that if the mushrooms replace the forest, now the mushrooms are connected to everything, all worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And where the wilds are scary and terrible in a lot of ways, they're a form of life, and the mushrooms are decay and rot and death. And
they're still alive, just as much as a tree's alive.
Yeah, it feeds on death more.
I mean, so do trees. Trees require things to die in the soil to make the soils have nutrients that the trees then use. I mean, this is the whole life cycle thing, right? You die and decompose, and then plant life uses that to grow food that you can eat, and then other people eat that and then die and decompose,
Yeah, but the wilds also didn't have something where if we ate one thing in the wilds, we turned into the wilds.
No, it just did that straight up to you. I'm assuming that all of you are weird like Lance, so feels a little bit like...
It did that to us after a while. It wasn't like we ate a leaf in the wilds once and then all of a sudden we're a hive mind.
I can't, read everyone else's mind. It's not like that, but I have a general sense. And, I mean, that's fair, but I'm also not attempting to force feed you a mushroom, so...
Yeah, but, these mushrooms will take over everything that way.
Yeah, I mean, so does a lot of plants if you let them grow, yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't, this is subsuming consciousness. I can't infect anyone else with my weirdness, or, Lance can't give anyone else his powers. They have to travel here.
I can't force you guys to be infected with this. You have to eat the mushroom. I guess I could technically force feed it to you, but I'm not trying to.
You could do that. Also, you could just take the mushroom, go keep walking till you find a new planet and offer it to someone else, and then they could take the mushroom and walk across their entire planet and give that mushroom.
That is a good idea. Yeah, I mean, that's a sound idea.
The mushrooms could just subsume all of the universe, all of how many universes are there?
I'm not that kind of scientist, but it's not an invalid point.
Right, I don't know if we're talking about if there's parallel universes here where that you guys are from, and it would just subsume everything in all existence. Where at the least we can do fire breaks and stuff to stop the wilds in some fashion. Where the mushrooms are subsuming consciousness, and that seems different.
I still think for myself, I'm not unconscious now.
And you seem really nice, Tira, but what happens when it's someone like the Admiral who won't take no for an answer?
Yeah, I mean, but he exists now. They wouldn't give him superpowers.
Yeah, but then he can force everyone here to eat a mushroom.
I mean, he can force everyone here he already is forcing us to do things we do not want to do. That ship has sailed a long time ago. If it was up to all of us, this would not be the way we would be living our lives. I mean, he made Lance go to jail, today. That happened today.
From what everyone was saying, that seems like, like a 12 o'clock appointment he has standing with Lance.
It is. My point is that this is like currently how you're describing my life now.
So in that case, of course, it seems better to have agency over your own life and take the mushroom.
You're getting it. I do have one.
I feel like you just traded one person in control for another, even if it's not a real consciousness behind it. Like,
you said you didn't want to do this because your girlfriend wouldn't like it. You're doing the same thing as me. Calm down.
I'm not trading the people in my life that have power over me for an unknown mushroom.
I mean, you could break up with your girlfriend for the sake of a mushroom. Let me tell you what, though. It will have negative repercussions in your relationship. For sure, it will. I know from experience.
So has it been worth it?
The whole mushroom, it's not a matter of worth it or not worth it. It's a matter of I am right and Lance is wrong and he doesn't like that. So, worth it,
I'm beginning
Is it worth it to be right in this case?
Yeah, because I think it's the winning team. So I think it's a matter of I'm right first and he's going to be right eventually.
Unless he dies because the mushrooms eat him.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen. That's what I'm really hoping doesn't happen, yeah. They're like carnivorous. They don't like, they don't like grow teeth and bite your leg off. It's a mushroom.
The one that we ran across was...
Didn't they literally do that?
A bit more carnivorous.
Oh, but that was the thing that was just another thing that ate the mushroom and it became a part of it. It's not the mushrooms themselves, though.
But is the mushroom... He called himself the envoy of the mushrooms and was doing the will of the mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so am I, technically.
Why is your will so different than his?
It's not. We just have different methods. He is was a solitary, predator that adapted to tools and then ate the mushroom and started doing its will. I'm a scientist who studied things forever and then ate the mushroom and am now trying to help it out, We're both helping in our own different way.
Yeah.
It's the same end goal of subsuming us.
You eating the mushroom? Yeah, he offered for you to eat the mushroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're not that bad. They're fine.
So let's say that we decide not to take you up on your offer to help us escape. We walk out of here. Lance keeps you in here and you're stuck in here. What does the mushroom say you need to do to spread it?
The mushroom's not, making me do something. I want to spread it. So what I would probably do is slowly wear Lance down, convince him that I'm right, or start doing that to someone else who could circumvent Lance, get him to eat it, convince him to eat a mushroom. Then he ends up on my side. We get enough people on the side of mushroom to overthrow our commander. Then we have a settlement of mushrooms. Then we can use that as an envoy thing, convince other people, hey, look, we're doing fine. This isn't the end of the world. It's just maybe we need to do away with this wilderness that kills all of us, rather for a hive-minded mushroom with a common goal.
Would going towards the home of the mushroom be something that would be of interest to you?
It would be for me scientifically edifying, I think, I would be curious about it. Cause then, I could see its origin, maybe figure out a better way to spread it. Maybe understand better how it might self-regulate itself, things like this,
Okay.
Why does getting you out of here help us escape?
I know how to escape.
So does Lance, doesn't he?
I don't know, does he? Have you asked Lance? I know I do.
Judging by what you know of me from Lance, you can probably guess that we don't get along well, so...
You don't, yeah, so pick the devil you might not hate instead of the devil you do, right?
I think that's what we'll be doing here.
You mean does that mean you're eating the mushroom or that you're helping me escape?
I think it means we're gonna step out and have a conversation and figure out what our next steps are.
I could come with you. I could step out with you and then we could all talk about it and decide how best to escape.
That's all right. I think...
Are you gonna put me back in this terrible tiny closet?
You haven't left.
You haven't left.
What do you mean?
You're still in the closet.
Yeah, but the door's open and you have the key, so you could let me out. And as you said, there's 4 of you and there's only 1 of me.
Yeah, but is it advantageous for us to let you out?
No, it's just morally the right thing to do at some point.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, I figured that would work because Lance said that all of you are, and to quote him, morally naive. So I thought that would work.
Yep, that sounds like Lance. It was good to meet you, Tira. I don't know if we'll see you again.
You can be better than him if you let me out!
As the door's shutting, I already am!
That hurt Juliet more than it hurt Autumn.
Yeah, we leave the room.
Yeah, Autumn doesn't have a girlfriend who was kidnapped by Lance and stuck in a broom closet.
Okay, well, that was, I don't actually know if it was enlightening. It was interesting.
Could all of you make me some kind of notice check real quick?
Sure.
Can we step away from the door for this, by the way?
Oh, I assumed we were.
6.
Gosh darn it.
Jeez.
Well, at least one of us sees it.
That'll balance out my -1.
Oh, boy.
I got a 2.
Danger sense or inquisitive?
Danger sense.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
1.
Okay, so you all walk out, you begin briefly having this conversation, then Juliet, you just look at Fred's back and you see a tiny little mushroom stuck to his back, and it's domed and the top of it's very thin, and even as you look at it and you hear talking, you can see it vibrating with spoken words, almost like a microphone, just stuck to his...
I guess picking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, stop! Everybody stop. Can I put gloves on and take it off?
Yeah.
Does it come off?
Yeah, you can pop it right off, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna burn it.
You burn it?
I put it in the incinerator. Yeah.
When you put it in the incinerator, you just hear a shout from the closed and locked door. You just hear, "Oh, come on! You can't hate me for trying!"
All right, so we go back to the lab room, which is across the hallway and through 2 locked doors.
And check each other thoroughly for
And check
mushrooms.
each other thoroughly for mushrooms.
Can you, describe that a little bit slower, the checking each other thoroughly for mushrooms?
No, because my girlfriend's not here.
No, because my girlfriend's not here.
Hard cut to mushroom checks later. Everyone's clean of mushrooms.
All right, well, I think we need a different way to escape that doesn't involve Tira.
That would be ideal. I think the next step is asking Lance if he knows how to escape and making a plan once we know that, or if we need to case the settlement here. Yeah, I think that's kind of a next step.
Do we need any more time for you and Juliet to set up, crop programs for Lance so that they don't die?
Realistically, yeah. I mean, I'll take whatever time I can get to do that. And honestly, if me and maybe I could probably use Fred's expertise in putting some of the aquaponic stuff together, if that would leave Juliet and you a chance to walk around and find, something like where we came in from. Maybe see if there's if there's gods there, or if maybe we could figure out a way to slip through that in the middle of the night.
Well, Autumn and Fred, you found something, right? On your...
Oh, did you?
There's a broken down wall that we can escape out of that leads to their gardens, and it looks easy enough that Guffey could get through.
Well, that's good.
We would just need to not be followed.
I think the hardest part is going to be getting Guffey somewhere, because he can't, climb a wall in the same way the rest of us can.
You said it's a broken wall, right?
Yeah, I think that way is a way that he can get out.
Okay.
Oh, how about... So Lance has his scarecrows, right? And Lance is also in charge of the gardens, right? What if we dress up as the scarecrows and walk with him to the gardens and escape that way?
There is the assumption that Lance is going to help us, and this is not me thinking Lance is a terrible person. This is the reality that if Lance helps us escape, I don't know if he's going to be beaten again.
I mean, we could offer for him to come with us this time. Also, Cody, have we spent, we haven't spent a night here yet, have we?
No, you have not spent a night.
Okay. Also, we don't know if, there's gonna be guards outside the door at nighttime. We don't know how, night patrols here work. Especially in terms of, guards that aren't controlled by Lance. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, tangent here, but that seems really irresponsible for their commander to, be putting down the person who's in charge of the people that are, or the things that are guarding your settlement for the most part. But anyway.
I feel like we keep leaning more into starting a coup here, which feels like poetic justice almost.
I mean, maybe a lot of places needed to figure out how to change out here in the wild. That seems to be a common theme here.
Almost like if this was like an RPG or something, it was like the meta-narrative of the whole thing.
That's a fair point about not leaving Lance in a worse situation than we found him in. But, so the only thing I could think of is, like, we could fake some sort of falling out between us. Probably wouldn't be terribly difficult to sell. And
what if he's willing to do this at a range, like, because his guards patrol, he doesn't have to come with us, and we can like bind and gag him, and make it look like he had no part in it.
Oh, that we forced him into using his scarecrows or something.
Or if we just like tied him to a chair and laughed, like it makes it look like he didn't help us. Well,
because if we're literally dressed as the scarecrows, it's not like we beat them up or it made Lance like, it's not like Lance is controlling anything for us to put on their outfits. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we could either do that or we could make sure Lance is, with the commander or someone else at the time we're looking at escaping. So he has an alibi.
That's a good idea. Well, I
think letting him come with us, though, is not a bad idea, I guess
we coordinate with him and see what he says.
Well, and I think he wants us to fix the mushroom thing.
I think so, too.
Like, I understand what Tira was saying, but it feels like a really big gamble,
Well, and I want to confirm with Lance if she actually was thinking differently before she ate the mushroom, because
I think it makes sense why she did it. I just don't think it's the right call here.
Well, if it's changing her thought process that much, like that's pretty parasitic, to change the host's thoughts for its own survival.
That is true.
So I'm just curious what he would say about her before it.
I am curious how much it's changing her thoughts or just reinforcing ones, because I mean, all of our thoughts have been on survival for 5 months now, or how long have we been here actually, Cody?
I think closer to 9 months.
Yeah, I think that seems about right.
Like in Smoky Banks itself?
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Our thoughts have been on survival so much, like maybe it's just like co-opting that from her. Does that make sense? Where it's like not like...
It's enhancing things that she already had.
Right, and it's just like she cared so much about survival, it's like, well, now you're part of the collective, we need to all survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's good, still. I agree it is parasitic to a degree. I just don't know how, like, if it's, like, actively influencing her or just, like, heightening things. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't know if this is symbiotic or parasitic. That's the way I think I want to put it.
Well, even if it is symbiotic with her, I think the mushroom's overall relationship with the planet is parasitic. It doesn't want to leave any quarter for anything else to survive, right? That's not really symbiosis.
Yeah, and I'm concerned about how it could spread very easily if someone was less kind than the two people you've met already.
Who are you talking about?
Tira and Face Swapper Dude.
Oh, I mean, I
know he wasn't kind, but he also didn't, like, literally force your jaws open and shove a mushroom down it.
I mean, it was one step removed from that, really.
Yeah, but, like, didn't actively do that, didn't have someone conniving who just slipped it into the meal rations for everyone.
Fair.
I'm not trying
In any case, I think our move is to go to the mushroom home and get rid of them, like we planned.
Yeah, I'm more confident of that now.
Cody, how long would it take to, like, synthesize an amount of the new substance that we've tested on rats?
Like
enough to match the amount that we had, like, estimated we would need from Smoky Banks.
Let me ask this. What is your goal with the quantity that you want to make?
We were kind of estimating on we'd need a lot to cover the heart of the mushrooms and potentially fend off the mycelial hunters or whatever they were.
Yeah, a few days.
Okay. Well, as much as I want to get out of here right now, it's going to take a couple days to synthesize this new solution, which I guess is good. That means we have some time to plan and maybe have people relax on their vigilance and watching us. But I don't know that we can leave immediately.
No, I think we're here at least overnight, and we can kind of start keeping track of who is guarding us. And
timing, maybe we can have Lance set a new pattern for his guards that is something that is convenient for us in a couple days that we can replicate.
I think that's a good start.
Do you want to run this stuff by Lance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He said he would meet you back at, like, the house that you guys were all, like, assigned.
Okay. When we are going back to the house, are we, like, is there, like, a guard on us everywhere we're moving?
Yeah, make me a danger sense roll.
All right. +2.
So there is a guard that follows you. That's all you notice, though.
Okay. Like, significantly close, or, like...
He's making no secret of it.
Okay.
That's his job, is follow you guys around. It's basically like a chaperone.
Okay.
So we don't do anything inappropriate.
Can me and Fred start chatting him up again just to, like, instill that sense of trust with us and distrust in the Admiral?
You can try, but I mean, he's still pretty distant, you know, and it would just be the same conversation over again.
They're having a +1 experience.
Right, we're just, like, doing it over the course of, like, we're here 3 days. It's like...
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, like, make them my best friend today, but I'm like, well, maybe they like me a little bit better, you know?
I understand. So, okay, so you guys headed just back to, like, the domicile that you were assigned?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So when you walk in, Lance is kind of just, like, sitting nervously, and, like, the buildings themselves are one story, and they are sort of designed to try to be comfortable, you know, for, like, a long stay, but it's still pretty sparse, you know, so there's, like, some, like, little seating area and a little, like, kitchenette where they can, you know, do some amount of food, and then, like, you know, bedrooms and stuff. But what's up?
Can I ask a quick question I realized
Sure.
I forgot to ask earlier? When Tira ran up on us, was it, like, unnatural?
She was just joking. She was doing that as a joke.
No, I understand that. Was it, like, weirdly fast, or was it...
No.
Okay, it was just a normal person doing that.
Normal pace, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
That is good to make note of.
Realized I like thought that and then wanted to ask and didn't. Okay, sorry. Back to the description.
Yeah, so it's just mostly like a very sparse, undecorated room that Lance is sitting quietly by himself and just kind of staring at a wall. When the door opens and shuts, he kind of stands up and nervously looks at all of you. So, what do you think?
When Tira says you guys are partners, what does that mean?
Oh my god.
Well, I locked her in a broom closet, so I don't know anymore.
What did it mean before? You guys are both weirdly cagey about this?
We're both normally cagey with you, Autumn.
That's not true. People love my bubbly personality. I made so many friends with weird rock toads.
Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah.
You also hardcore insulted some of them, so, you know, it's hit or miss.
The ones that were insulted deserved it, and I regret nothing.
Do I?
Just like Lance.
What about me? Okay.
I don't regret insulting him.
Yeah, that's where I was getting to. So the right amount of cagey with you, I think, is where we can land on. But anyways, what did you all think of her?
How private is this place?
Oh, I did the same thing I did in my lab. I looped the audio.
Why are there so many cameras everywhere?
Paranoia is really cool. Yeah.
Is it like a thing to be on Echo Base is to be a paranoid?
I think we're more paranoid than you guys all are. Just like at a base level, there's more assumed paranoia in my world than there is in yours.
After we almost destroyed the world once, you know, you get over the paranoia and have to kind of like trust each other. You know what I mean?
That's not that's not what happened to us at all. No, the opposite, actually.
Anyway, okay. So we fill him in on our plan. Or like that we talked to her. We don't want to release her. We want to stick with our plan.
And I do ask if she was thinking, if she was as like, we need to spread before, like what was her thought process before she ate the mushroom? Was it like, may as well see what we're doing here? Or
do you care if I answer that in character?
No, go for it.
She was curious about it. We realized there was some amount of interconnectivity between it. We were curious as to whether it was sustainably edible, and so she tried some because, you know, some of us leap before we look, as she has said.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's weird because I would say she acts like how she acted, but just with a very new goal of spreading the mushrooms everywhere. So is that the mushrooms, or is that just that she now understands more and therefore is trying to spread the mushrooms? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do, so I locked her in a closet. Not proud of that, but I didn't know what else to do.
Well, we're all on team not mushroom.
That's great. So do you want to give her the antidote?
I want to get to the bottom of this. Get to the root of the problem, which is our original goal of going out to the heart of the mushrooms, getting rid of those, and then ideally, if they're all connected, then she'll be free of their influence again.
I would also say that if you want to try and give her what we've whipped up so far, that's up to you. This is, you know, we have a pretty specific goal of trying to get to the home of the mushroom. But if you want to try this on a person first, that is close to you.
I don't think we need to.
Well, that's what I mean. This is so, like, you asked us if we tried it. We didn't. This is a person who's close to you. And if you are willing to do that, go for it. But we feel pretty strongly about going towards the actual problem, or I guess the root of the problem first.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to level with you. There was a cowardly part of myself that was kind of hoping you'd make this choice for me.
Yeah. I mean, look, if she had rushed us, there was a potential. I had it on me, but she seems pretty, like you said, lucid and in a right mind. It's not like she was being controlled or anything like that.
You are not wrong. Okay. Well, all right. So, where does that leave us? What do you need from me?
I don't mean this in a mean way. I know that sometimes we don't get along, Lance, but would you help us escape?
Oh, on paper, no. But, yeah, I mean...
Well, like, I figured on paper it's always going to be no, and, like, if anyone asks you, you deny it. But I don't want it to be like, well, the only way they could have escaped is with Lance's help, and then you get beaten or worse.
I'm getting blamed for everything that happens no matter what, so that's fine.
Are you sure you want to stay here?
I can't leave.
I mean, you can come with us.
I could, and they would probably they would either find Tira and kill her, or they would find Tira and she'd feed them mushrooms.
Yeah.
My scarecrows do have a range. I don't know exactly how far it is, but I'm sure it's not as far as we need to go. And beyond that, there is no good leadership aside from me. So, nah, I can't leave.
So why have you not taken over, Lance?
Ooh, that's a fair question.
Like, as someone who promoted our town, making the hard choices and doing what we needed to do to survive, you can make us at least a dozen, however many I've seen. I'm not trying to, I'm not probing for information, but you've made like a dozen guys. Like, that should be enough to get rid of the Admiral.
I think it is. There aren't as many of us left as there are for you. Kind of the damage that he could have caused is already done. So I look at it as I'm basically leading in name only, or in every way except name right now. It will cost life, and I don't know if it's worth it.
If you get more benefit from being named commander. Is that the idea?
I'm sure it would be better, but better for the 10 people that are left instead of the 20 people that are here now? I don't know.
What's the end goal for you, Lance? Like I'm not trying to be trite or mean, but it's like...
No, I understand. It depends on a lot of outside factors. If we can figure out how to leave, it's to leave. Because we are not sustaining. We're not gonna make it, you know? If not, it's to figure out how to survive, yeah.
But what does survival mean for you guys? Like, do you, like...
Oh, I mean practically not starving to death.
So you just, like, live until you all die of old age and call it a day?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know how to... People can reproduce, you know, so...
20 people can't.
There's more than 20 left. Sorry, I was being hyperbolic. My point is there's less than your town has. No,
There's like 50.
Okay. Still, like, the amount you need to, like... Okay. I didn't know you were being hyperbolic. I thought you were being literal. Like, and I'm not trying to be, like...
No, I'm sorry. No. It's a valid question. I understand what you're getting at. What I'm saying is that right now, our long-term goal, if we have to stay here, is to figure out how to not get killed by this place. And that is a daily exercise in futility. So
we had a plan for us leaving, if you're open to it.
As long as you guys are taking care of the mushrooms, yeah, I'm open to it.
Okay, so we like lay out our plan of like impersonating his scarecrows, having him like establish a perimeter of them regularly that we can then like imitate in a couple days. Anything else?
Can we record some audio so that you can play it from the lab? So it sounds like we're still in the lab.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I like all of that. Like Cody, the GM, thinks that's a good idea. That's smart. Yeah, I mean, we can attempt all of that. Anything else you guys want to do or need to do in the next few days that I can help with?
We're synthesizing a pretty large batch of the solution that I've come up with for spraying on the mushrooms, and that's going to take a few days. I think that's basically our main goal in the next time.
And my main goal is going to be actually setting you guys up with a hydroponic system. So if there's an option to help you survive, we're going to do that.
Okay. And what does Autumn want to do in it? Because Estelle, you said you were going to try to rope Fred in on that, right?
Yeah, Fred's cool with that.
Yeah.
That feels like something she can't build, but she can put together.
I don't know what Autumn would be. I can be helping Juliet if there's something I can do to help her.
That's fine.
Because there's not really a reason to snoop.
No, that's fine. I just want everyone to make me... I want everyone to make me rolls for this.
You cool with me using animal handling?
Yeah.
And what exactly was Fred doing again?
Helping her set up like a hydroponic system on the river, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then be using my crafting.
Definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. That's what I thought. I gathered. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a skill that really applies to helping Juliet.
Being a lab assistant.
Persistent.
You have a sous chef skill.
I got persistent, maybe, like, perception, drawing. If any of those work. If they don't, that's fine.
You can justify it to... I'll say you have to, like, tell me how they apply, and then yes. If not, no. I'm having trouble imagining that applying, but I'm not opposed to it. You know what I mean?
Can I say that I'm, like doing... what are they called? Like, the molecular diagrams?
Oh, yeah. That works.
Like, I'm doing that, like, for drawing, and, like, I'm doing that fast, so, like, as Juliet's trying to tweak things, I'm, like, giving her, like, little, like, like...
Sure.
And you're making it so that, like, Lance has good notes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, too. Yeah. Yeah, I like both of those.
I got a 2.
Okay.
+5.
And what about Fred?
Also +5.
Nice.
I mean, it's almost like we're both using our best skills.
Woo.
Okay, cool. So, Team Hydroponics. Tell me about what happens here. How does this thing end up looking? Both of you kind of get to give me some details on this.
It looks respectable.
An oldie but a goodie.
How far away is like the river situation from their town?
Not far, less than a mile, I think.
Less than a mile?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking up what like a hydroponic system looks like. Oh, okay, here we go. So have you seen floating hydroponic gardens?
No.
Okay, so I'll send you a picture. But basically what it is there's like a lot of these.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you build out like a frame and set that up on, you can do it on river. And so the frame is just floating on the river and we have it tethered. The ones that I'm seeing use like small boats to go between them.
Sure.
And so I'm sure, there's like a little bit of that, but the biggest part for us would be setting up the framework for the floating gardens.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Fred, what detail do you want to add to this?
He told you, respectable.
Yeah, I already said it. Come on. No, so have you ever seen those like pumps that you don't have to power, that you like put in a river? I don't know what they're called. I've seen videos of them before. See if I can find one.
I just sent a whole bunch of pictures of the ones that I found, but they're basically like long rectangles with some wooden framing around them. Some of them wooden, some of them different kinds. Oh, maybe, you know what? I just kind of described roughly what it looked like. I think my detail, Cody, is that so I'm seeing a lot of wooden frames. I think the framework material that we use is something from Lance's community that won't like rot.
Oh, that's smart. Like whatever quick concrete they have or whatever.
Yeah, whatever they have is...
Or like something that was like used to package in other things, like as they moved to the settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like been shoved in a corner.
Yeah.
It's very Smoky Banks of you, recycle,
Yeah.
I know what I'm about. You could do something that has to do with like getting the fish like closer to the roots so they're easier to get for them, like a net system.
Okay. So I was actually thinking more about there's I can't describe it. I've seen it in action before, but there's a type of pump that you can put in like a body of water, and I guess you do need to power it, but I guess they have power, right?
Yeah, probably.
They have electricity?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically what it does is it spins in the river very slowly, but it basically pulls water out because it's like I can send a picture.
Since we rolled so well, can we say those are like the three things? We've got like a pump situation. The framework used good materials, and there's like kind of like a net catching system that keeps fish
So you guys
inside.
have like a way of like filling and maybe draining different tanks and like time so it like doesn't overwater or underwater the crops with like the like kind of slow screw pump. It sounds like that Vinny's talking about, and then fish can nibble at the roots and are maybe easy to catch because you have some kind of netting set up or whatever. And so yeah, I will say that can be your three details with that.
Yeah. Basically, I'm trying to pump water to get water to the crops.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
in a sustainable way. And actually, it's called a Wirtz pump. I found it. It's called a Wirtz pump, and it actually doesn't need electricity.
Oh, interesting.
That is the crucial thing that I wanted to do.
Is it just powered by flowing water?
I think so.
That's cool.
Look at us being so helpful.
And then, Juliet and Autumn, kind of tell me what this looks like. You guys synthesizing this stuff for a long time. Like, what's those 3 days look like?
So I imagine they've been like working on this for a while. Autumn,
Yep.
did you bring any of your books with you?
I mean, yeah, like, to here or like in my backpack?
To Echo, to here.
No, they're all on the boat.
Oh, okay.
That's why I've been drawing pictures for my favorite ones.
Oh, you're adapting them into a graphic form?
I mean, I'm doing covers.
Oh, well, could
Don't
you...
worry, I have your molecules still written down. I been taking very good notes.
No, I wasn't worried about that. I was wondering if maybe you could retell them?
I mean, yeah.
I hate being here for every single second that I've been here, and I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be in this lab using these tools that Lance used before, and I just want something to take my mind off it, but I can't because I have to be paying attention. Otherwise, everyone we know will die to mushrooms. And could you please tell me a story?
I mean, yeah, I can do that. Also, I know you've been stealing my stories, so I know you like them.
Yeah, they're very engaging, and I could use one right now.
Cool, I tell her a story.
From the broom closet, you just hear a voice shout, "I would also like a story, because I'm in a broom closet."
Autumn will talk in a loud-ish voice.
I appreciate that.
And have Juliet press record on a thing so that this can, like, go on for a long while.
Oh yeah, smart, right.
Well, it's like a really long thing, so it's like, oh, if she doesn't pause for 2 hours, it's not weird.
So I'll say, like, the like, afternoon before you guys are gonna leave, Lance, like, asks you guys to come back. I'll say at this point you probably have, like, several largish jugs of this stuff, you know? Alright, so I've adjusted the rotation of when my, what's it called? The...
Scarecrows?
Scarecrows, that's Strawman. Oh my gosh, Scarecrows. The Scarecrows, patrol. I also have Scarecrow costumes for you, so I have a place where basically Scarecrows will walk in, and then you'll just keep walking and they'll disappear, and then just walk out like you're allowed to, and hopefully, you know, that should be fine. One hiccup, you are going to have to bring Guffy with you, so you'll have to kind of just hope no one sees the dog walking between you. We can maybe put a cloak over him. That's about the best I got.
Do they ever carry things, like crates or anything? Your Scarecrows?
You know, they don't often, but they could. So, yeah, we could put them in a crate.
Especially if we're going to the gardens,
Yeah.
It could be something for the hydroponics
Could
or fertilizer.
Could we just have them carry a crate, like, 2 hours before and drop Guffy off in the gardens and then let him out?
I think he would start barking.
He's going to make noise.
But we'll try it. Worst case scenario, you get caught and I gotta talk him down from getting too angry at you guys. It'll be okay. I think it'll be fine.
Not to be pessimistic, but you said that last time when we got caught, Lance.
Yeah, but you guys are fine, so, you know.
This time he's looking for a reason to execute us.
Yeah, he was doing that before. Anyways, I don't mean to downplay the danger, it's just I'm not in that much of it because of you guys. So, all that being said, the hydroponics were actually nice. That's actually good to have, because we were kind of struggling with that. So, I got you all something, or kind of made you guys something. And he hands Estelle a, like, little, like, paper-wrapped gift. Don't open it until you're out of here, but it might help you. So, anyways, I do hope you guys manage to figure this out, and I kind of have confidence in a way that you will. And, if you can figure out any way for my people to get out of here, that would be good, because we need to.
It is on our to-do list, for us, so we can pass it along if we figure it out.
Please do. I know I've been...
Do you want to go back to your homelands?
More than anything.
You just... From what Fred said about your past, you didn't seem to have a good time there either. And I'm not saying stay here, I'm just...
I don't know that what I'm looking for is a good time, but I kind of get maybe what you mean, that I'm suited to this life, and coming back from it might be an adjustment, but...
I'm just saying, if we find a way to travel the universe through the wilds, that's essentially infinite places you can go. It doesn't have to be back to Echo Base 8.
Oh, the only place I want to go is back home. I'm not saying my home was or is perfect, but I care about it, and this place is just a death sentence. He kind of pats you on the shoulder and goes, what I'm trying to say is, I'm an optimist, Autumn. I thought you'd have known that by now.
You keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I think it does. I think it does. I'm really confident that you guys are going to make it out of here, you know.
Well, let's get to it.
I agree. I am glad you found out where my settlement was, even though I didn't want to tell you where it was. So, I'm glad you ignored me in this case.
Should we record that and loop that audio, or?
No, and I'm never going to say it again. Get out of here. All right, so y'all cram Guffy in a crate and start walking your way confidently out, dressed as scarecrows, and that is where we will end for tonight. Thanks for listening to this episode of Wanderlust. Music for this show is credited down below. If you like this campaign, you can find more of our shows at the Wandering Gamer website or on Podbean. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Links in the description. Now bear in mind, in the wilds, some wander to get lost, and some wander to find themselves.